Hello, fellow Star Wars enthusiasts. Prepare to immerse yourselves in a galaxy where we explore an incredible alternate ending to the legendary 1977 film Star Wars: A New Hope. And this isn't just another wild fan theory, it's actually presented to us by Lucas Books, that too in a series of comics. The Star Wars Infinity series in 2002 introduced us to the four-part saga, including Star Wars Infinity's A New Hope. Within this alternate comic book narrative, Luke Skywalker's proton torpedoes actually missed their mark, failing miserably in their mission to annihilate the Death Star. The comic seizes the beloved timeless tale of the film and propels it into an exceptionally twisted what-if scenario. Brace yourself for an exploration of an expanded universe where events unfolded utterly differently from the expected, and let us embark on a truly thrilling ride. Lightsabers, blasters, and a twist you never saw coming. It's all in Star Wars Infinities. Let's jump into this epic alternate ending together. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
It's them! Blast them!
What happened at the end of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope? Alright, so here's the lowdown on the ending of Star Wars: A New Hope. After that epic lightsaber showdown between Vader and Obi-Wan, where Obi-Wan basically sacrifices himself so the crew can escape, things get really intense. Leia's mourning Obi-Wan's death back onto Falcon, and they figure out the Empire's probably letting them go to track them down. Smart move, right? So they haul it to the Rebel Alliance on Yavin 4, where General Dodonna cooks up a plan to take down the Death Star using some handy-dandy plans they gotten their hands on. The rebels gear up for a showdown, attacking the Death Star. Tarkin's all cocky, thinking he's got this in the bag, but guess what? Our boy Luke, guided by Obi-Wan's voice in his head and powered by the Force, nails the shot that blows up the Death Star. Tarkin and the bad guys go up in smoke, and Vader's left floating in space. Cue the victory ceremony on Yavin 4, and our heroes get the credit they deserve. Classic Star Wars, right? Exploring the alternate reality where Luke Skywalker's proton torpedoes miss the mark and the Death Star endures. Now check this out. Star Wars Infinities: A New Hope drops a bomb on the original ending we all know. Here's how the very first issue goes. Luke's shooting those proton torpedoes at the Death Star, right? But guess what? Technical glitch, and bam, they fail to blow that sucker up. Classic Luke luck. So the Death Star is kind of messed up, but Yavin 4 is still standing. Tarkin's losing it because he can't unleash the full power of the super laser. Cue chaos. TIE fighters are sent out to wipe out what's left of Red Squadron. Luke's pissed, thinking the rebel base is toast, and he goes all lone wolf on those ties. Han Solo, acting as the voice of reason, finally convinces Luke to peace out, and they jump to hyperspace with Luke tailing the Falcon in his X-Wing. Meanwhile, the rebels try to bounce from Yavin, but the Imperials snatch them up. Now here's the kicker. The rebel leaders are held captive on the Death Star, waiting for a one-way ticket to Execution Town. Meanwhile, Leia shipped off to Coruscant. Talk about a plot twist, huh? The Force is definitely not with them this time. Okay, hold on to your lightsabers because things get even crazier in the second issue. So Leia gets a one-way ticket to Coruscant, stuck at the Emperor's crib, aka the old Jedi Temple. Vader's there, slyly trying to turn her to the dark side. Real subtle, you know? Back on the Falcon, Luke and Han have a spat. Luke accuses Han of ditching the rebellion, and it gets really heated. Luke even pulls out his lightsaber, threatening to go all dark side on Han. Enter Obi-Wan's ghost, giving Luke the lowdown that he's getting dangerously close to the dark side. Obi-Wan urges him to go find Yoda on Dagobah to reverse the damage done to his psyche. Han plays taxi driver and takes Luke to Dagobah for Jedi training. It's a classic frenemy scenario when it comes to them. In the meantime, Han and Chewie also fix up the Falcon. Gotta have a ship that works, right? Now here's where it gets wild. Luke, during some funky training test, goes into this mysterious cave. In there, he battles and straight up kills a vision of Darth Vader, only to find out that it's Leia's face under the helmet. Talk about a plot twist gone horribly wrong. The Force is playing mind games, and things just got a whole lot more complicated in the galaxy far away. Well, now buckle up, because the comics just fast forwarded 5 years into the drama in the third issue. The Empire's throwing a victory party, renaming the Death Star to the Justice Star. Real subtle, right? They even make it block out Coruscant's sun like it's the ultimate peace symbol. And guess what? Leia's now gone full Sith apprentice, sweet-talking the Emperor into bringing back the Imperial Senate. Meanwhile, Han and Chewie catch the celebration on the holoscreen at some bar. Next thing you know, they're hauling it back to Dagobah on that swampy planet. Luke's finishing up his Jedi crash course, and the last hurdle back into that spooky cave. His vision of Vader shows up again, but this time, Luke's got his Jedi game on point. No fear, just a full-on Force connection. Han swings in just after and spills the beans about Leia's Sith makeover. Cue Yoda dropping the ultimate bomb. Leia is Luke's sister, and Vader is their dad. Our minds are now officially blown. The gang, including R2-D2, then hops onto Falcon for a space trip to Coruscant. Final showdown vibes are incoming, and it's about to get real in the Coruscant system. Alright folks, strap in because the comics then drop the grand finale, and it's really wild. The Falcon rolls up on the Justice Star, and Yoda, the little green master, and R2-D2 hop off. Yoda pulls a Jedi mind trick on Tarkin, who's now an admiral. It's a classic good guy move. Chewbacca then takes the Falcon to Coruscant while Luke and Han go all stealth mode, trying to crash the Emperor's palace party. They go through red-cloaked Imperial guards, a pumped-up C-3PO, and finally, they face the big bad trio, the Emperor, Vader, and Leia, who's now wielding Vader's lightsaber. Talk about an insane plot twist. Luke spills the beans to Leia that they're siblings, and she's not too keen on killing her bro, but the Emperor is not having it and zaps them in Force lightning. Vader steps in, playing the protective dad card. The crew then escapes and hustles their way back to the Falcon, leaving the Emperor and Vader to duel it out. Meanwhile, Yoda's got R2-D2 steering the Justice Star into a crash course with Coruscant. Boom! Both ships crash and meet their ends, along with Yoda, Tarkin, and the Emperor. R2-D2 gets a memory upgrade, and the story wraps up with Luke and Leia chilling on Naboo, visited by the Force Ghost trio of Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin. Talk about a crazy ride in a galaxy, huh? Marvelous verdict. And there you have it, folks, the roller coaster that is Star Wars Infinity's A New Hope. To be fair, who knew the Death Star could survive Luke's proton torpedoes? Talk about a twist in the saga. From Leia going all Sith apprentice to Luke finding out he's got a twin sis, this comic throws the entire Star Wars universe into a blender. And don't even get us started on the Justice Star crashing into Coruscant. That's a mic drop moment for sure. It's like the creators took the original script, shook it up, and gave us a galaxy-sized what-if scenario. But hey, that's the beauty of Star Wars, infinite possibilities. So the next time you're watching A New Hope, just remember somewhere in a comic book, the Death Star might just be renamed the Justice Star. May the Force be with you, and keep those lightsabers close and your wits even closer. If you like our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.